June 28th, 2014. We're up in the Anchorage area, and today we decided to take an ATV trip at the Matanuska Valley. So this is a shot of Samantha and me at along one of the lookouts along the highway. It's about an hour and a half away from Wasilla. This is a shot of the Matanuska Glacier. It's just gorgeous, and this we just got a lookout off the highway. We're all suited up and ready to go. Notice that I was actually all covered from head to toe, so it's good for dust and mud protection. But I want to make sure that my body, no part of my body was exposed to the mosquitoes, which is I call the state bird of Alaska. So first up, we would drive up and to the hills, and we were rewarded with gorgeous scenery along the way. Where else can you find such beautiful scenery while ATVing? Our first river crossing, our guide Marty, he's quite a colorful character. He actually dated Sarah Palin when he was 16 and she was 14, so he didn't think highly of her at all. So he knows ATVs very well. He could actually go into water that's about 5 feet deep and get across, and that man knows his elements. And here we are doing the first one under his expert instructions. We were sure to point our ATVs in the going up the current, because if you pointed it down with the currents, that it would literally wash you away. As we got to the riverbed, which actually looked a lot like the Hunger Games arena, so to speak, on the second one, we found our first caribou. This one is kind of bucking away, running away from us. Then more and more showed up. Look at this one. He's got a birthmark of a target, so that's kind of unfortunate for him, because it makes it very easy for hunters to see him. And more and more and more caribou. We were surrounded by literally hundreds, and that's apparently not even a whole lot in this season. In the peak season, I think, which supposedly comes about in a week or two away, you can literally find hundreds of, literally hundreds of thousands of caribou running across, and you could be in the middle of all that. Whenever we saw some caribou, we would stop our engines, and our guide taught us to kind of wave our arms and kind of make the caribou think that we are the same, and they would literally stop. Look at these males. They would stop and look at us and come towards us to check us out. But they would only get so close, and then they figured out, hey, you're really not caribou, so no, we don't want to invite you to our herd, and they would run away. More river crossing. To me, that's probably the most thrilling part of the ride, and that's Evan and Samantha going across, and Evan did a really great job with the ATVs as usual. And here is Larry and Greta, and they went across, and Greta was convinced that Larry was gonna kill her one of these days, but no, he did a great job at that. And here's some moose. We saw moose with the 2 calves, and that was really cool, but they were kind of afraid of us, and they did run off. And now we're ending our trip. Again, this is at the mountaintop. You couldn't really see me, but I was covered with mud, and Samantha actually found a big chunk of mud in her hair back at the hotel. So even Larry and Greta made it, and I think she was kind of smiling here, but I think she was rather sore the day after from all the hanging on. She said her abs never felt worse. End of the trip, it was just a gorgeous, gorgeous scenery, and we couldn't have picked a better day for it. Hope to come back to Alaska sometime to do another ATV trip. This is back at our bed and breakfast. It's called the Pioneer Ridge in Wasilla. To me, the best part is actually the gorgeous breakfasts. It's something different every day, and it's really, really, really good. But you could sit by the fire pit out there and talk and look at the beautiful scenery till probably about 2 or 3 in the morning, and then it's sunny again at 5. And but I would be scared of the mosquitoes, so I didn't stay very long, but everybody else seemed to enjoy it. So that's our first day.